Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Smart NFT podcast. I'm still your host, Eugene Crypto MC. I hope you're fine, guys, today. Welcome to my guest today. He's Ioannidis. He's entrepreneur, digital marketer, crypto enthusiast, crypto investor, and now he's the founder of NodersTeam. It's about validation and Web3 development and GosuAlliance ecosystem. It is regarding crypto gaming ecosystem, and we gotta make a shared focus on that. So, Ioannis, welcome to our podcast. It's great to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad to see you guys.
Also, I prefer to start with a story in Web3 of my speaker because it's absolutely interesting how a person got there, what drove him, and so on and so forth. So tell us briefly your story. How did you get into the Web3 space?
Okay, so it was back in 2017. I was already investing in different assets, and I bought a couple of Bitcoins just, to diversify my portfolio. In a couple of weeks, it made X2. I was totally amazed because, I've never imagined before, that's the point in my life that, an asset can go, so fast, so high. So I was totally astonished. It definitely drew my attention. So I started reading more about Bitcoin, the white paper of Bitcoin. Then I discovered, altcoins, Ethereum, a white paper of Ethereum, joining different conferences, and in general, just gathering as much information as possible. So I was just investing, wasn't doing like anything else. So I was just, buying tokens, selling tokens, and it was really pretty, had pretty awesome gains in 2017. I was a bit too optimistic, I would say, and all, blockchain technology was already droned. I realized that this is definitely a game changer, and I thought to myself that I definitely want to be part of it. So I started, I kept on, just studying it more and going deeper, etc., etc. And so it took me 3 years and lots of experiments with different aspects of crypto, NFTs, DAOs, tokens, ICOs, etc., etc. When I discovered nodes, so I launched my first project, which is called NodersTeam, and we are basically, as you mentioned, professional validators and also a Web3 development team. So we develop different features for different blockchains and so on and so forth. And also, like one thing I wanted to mention that when I was younger, when I was a student, I was also like a professional gamer. So I played back then, Dota, the first Dota. So it was really fun. But when I kind of finished my studies and started, working and launching businesses, I kind of quit gaming. But I'm gamer, so I do understand gaming pretty well. So after having launched, the NodersTeam, it was I think 2021 when I discovered, crypto gaming. And I got totally fascinated. I think that, it's definitely also like, a game changer because like, blockchain really solves important problems in gaming. So adding blockchain, to games is really valuable. And I think that's definitely the future. And it's just a matter of time, when really cool games are going to be built and we'll be able, to play them. So in the beginning, I launched like a small fund with my friends. So the idea was just to focus on investing in different crypto gaming assets. And well, back then we thought like more different tokens and projects of that area. So, but maybe after a couple of months, I realized that the guild is basically the same fund, but we just utilize, the NFTs we have, and we can earn way more, and therefore, just increase our gains. So we kind of grew from just being a fund, from being a small fund to being a small guild. We don't play that many games just because, nowadays, because it's just, too much hype yet, and good games, they really need time to be built. So for a good game to be built, you need like at least 2 to 3 years, I would say, maybe even sometimes 5. So really good stuff is coming, but I think we definitely need some time, just to wait. And for the time being, we're getting kind of prepared. So for the time being, we don't play that much. We have invested in different, tokens and assets in the gaming space, and basically we play 2 games. That's Big Time and Serious, and we have incredibly incredible results in both of them. I would say that might be, the best results out of all the guilds. So we're small, but we're really good. So I'm also like, as I mentioned, a professional gamer, and along with me, I have people who come from Web2 gaming, and they are, they were ranked 1 in different games. So and basically, in gaming, we also kind of I believe that we managed to achieve such a good results because we combine 3 pieces. We know the gaming, we know business, and we know crypto. And so therefore, we can understand, where to invest, how to invest, etc. Then we can start playing the games, and we can build a business out of playing the games. So yeah, that would be it, I would say. And since then, just my focus is basically on these projects. We keep on building. I think that crypto gaming definitely needs, as I mentioned, some time to be developed. And all these people, I hear this quite often, that people say, okay, crypto gaming, is dead, and it's all Ponzi schemes, etc. Well, indeed, out of hundreds of games that were launched, in the beginning when Axie Infinity were hyping, definitely most of them are kind of really, well, sorry, but shitty games, like Ponzi schemes, really simplistic games, etc., etc. But nevertheless, lots of money are coming in, and lots of really good game developers also have already started, building incredible games. So I think it's just a matter of a couple of years when all this industry will just bloom, and we will just flourish, and we will be able to play really incredible games and earn money, and really own the assets. This is like one thing I want to mention, is that I think that play to earn as a marketing term is really a good example of bad marketing, because it's really should be play and own. Because like when you play and play and earn, is just the whole mentality of people who join these games is just earning. So just usually people from kind of not so well, like sort of poor countries, and for them earning like 20, 50, $100 per month is kind of substantial amount of money. So they just jump in, they just keep on playing, just to get the tokens. So they get the tokens, they go to the market, they sell tokens, etc. So usually the token goes like this, and then they just can't recover. So and that's a problem, because that's the whole mentality. In the first place, they're being told that, hey, play and earn. While if you just keep on the fun aspect of the game, because it's just basically half of the population of Earth is something around 3.5, I think, billion people are playing different games. We all play games. Like most of us have played different games, especially men. Okay, women play maybe a bit different games, but we as men, we have played. I mean, well, so many stuff. It should be like play and own. You own different assets in the game, and you own part of the game, and you can own the game, and you can participate in governance, etc., etc. This is the beauty which the blockchain brings to gaming. Yeah, that would be it. So kind of we keep on building kind of slowly, taking it slowly, just because the industry is still like and the good games still need time to be developed.
Well, sounds fascinating. Your story is, I would say, sort of conscious. So you're a very passionate person. Some speakers of my podcast told me that play to earn is a sort of wrong term for this marketing term. Right? I absolutely agree. I am an economist by background, and I am absolutely agree with you that owning first, then earning comes earning, because Web3 had given us owning, adding to rights, and bringing to Web first and Web 2. Well, so you are entrepreneur, you are a gamer, so emotions, money, access, technology. What excites you most of all Web3? Emotions, revolution, owning, technology, or earning money? So what is the most of all are you excited about?
Well, lots of stuff, but definitely, as I just mentioned before about the gaming, one of the most beautiful things about Web3 is that we can really own our content, our tokens, our assets, different stuff. We own them, and nobody can take them from us. No governments, no big corporations, et cetera, et cetera. So this, I think, is one of the major thing, and I think that the realization of importance of this matter will definitely come to the consciousness of millions and billions of people, quite soon. Because we see quite often, especially now, with the war between Russia and Ukraine, and with a different, mess going on, in US, and different bans and and censorship, etc. It's definitely the time, for Web3, to make the change, to give, more people, more power to people. We definitely have to change a bit, the fundamentals of how our societies work. And I mean societies, basically in each and every country, almost. So owning, what you really owning what you own. That's a funny thing, yeah, because like when you have money and you have them in the bank, you kind of own the money, but you don't own the money. So bank owns the money you own, yeah. So owning what you want is definitely one of the most fascinating things. That's first. Second, I think that it definitely creates lots of opportunities for people who from any place in the world. basically anybody can join, crypto space without any limitations, without any censorship. And if he or she really kind of, puts his time and effort, into Web3, he can definitely earn money and get, some sort of new profession or skills, etc., etc. Because crypto, crypto and Web3 in general, like, definitely blooming, and we definitely, we see the rise of lots of new professions. So I think that's definitely lots of opportunities, for people to really kind of, jump in and regardless, where they live, kind of really start earning, good and substantial amount of money, being that, in gaming or maybe in some other kind of part of crypto. That will be, I think, the most things. But yeah, that's actually, I think that's the most beautiful stuff.
Well, let's conclude first. Owning things in Web3. The shortest definition of Web3 is just you may own something in digital space. Then permissionless, everybody may join Web3 just by wish, and the freedom of entrepreneurship of art making and so on for it. Okay, got it. So briefly, what is NodersTeam and GosuAlliance, and how do you distribute your resources, your time, energy, and resources of your teams between these two great projects in your life?
Okay, so NodersTeam is a team, that's first of all, we have professional validators, so we validate different blockchains, and second, we develop different tech features for the same blockchains or some other third parties. That's our main focus, and now we're building the first of its kind, at least for the time being, a multifunctional staking ecosystem. So we just keep on, building in sort of stealth mode. I would say that, just maybe last half a year, I concentrate mostly on this project, and maybe, well, something around 70% of my time and effort, and my attention goes to this. And 30 obviously, go to GosuAlliance. GosuAlliance is, well, it started as a small fund. Now then it's kind of transformed to guild, and the long-term goal is to build the whole crypto gaming ecosystem, because we definitely see that, that there is huge need between really good game devs to support them in terms of everything related to crypto. Because that was a problem in the first place when Axie went out, and some other lots of games went live. Is that there are lots of games that went live, that were created by people who understand crypto, and they can create tokenomics, they can create smart contracts, all that kind of stuff. But the games they created were really kind of simplistic, kind of well, silly, and so on and so forth. Not really kind of cool and fancy that you really want to play the game itself. If there would be no token, people would not play it. So on one hand, that's this, and on the other hand, we have people who come from different big corporations like Ubisoft, for example, and so on and so forth, and they know how to create really exceptional games, really exceptional experiences where people can come join. They would love it. They would come tomorrow again and again and again, and they would play the game, etc., etc. But they lack the understanding of crypto, so they don't know how to create like tokens, how to do smart contracts and so on and so forth. On one hand, and they also don't really understand sometimes how to create a sustainable tokenomics for a game, so the game would be played for, let's say, 10, 15, 20 years, and the token of the game would not just in a couple of months just dump to ashes, and would never recover. So yeah, the idea is that we want to support game devs with all the needed tools, and in terms of marketing, in terms of tech development, and in terms of tokenomics, etc., etc. We're doing it slow just because, as I mentioned, the whole crypto gaming space needs time. Just needs time. We hope that most likely, well, 24, 25, I think definitely going to be way more interested for gaming, and we just want to be ready by that time and launch all our products well, by, I would say, beginning of 2024.
Well, so
Makes
now
sense?
it's a short call to action time. What resources do you need for now to continue development and working? You may make any statement. So if you need something, people, money, and say you may say it right now. So you need this for Gosu or NodersTeam. So just make a statement here. Somebody will hear.
Okay.
Maybe we'll connect to you.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Well, for the GosuAlliance, we just keep on building and keep on just exploring the space, making some analysis, etc. So we don't really need anything. We just keep on going, and we actually plan the most of development to happen next year. About NodersTeam, we just a couple of weeks ago, we just opened investment round, seed round for our multifunctional staking ecosystem. So if there is anybody who is interested in in investing in well, quite novel and I would say disrupt staking platform, then please well, feel free to contact me. I will give you the details. We hope that well, we believe it's really cool.
Well, it is already known that the whole economics of gaming is based on non-fungible tokens. So owning is developed from non-fungible tokens, NFTs. So in the beginning of the era, NFT, we had dump NFTs, CryptoKitties and so on and so forth. I say NFT 1.0. And now we've got sort of smart NFTs, or NFT 2.0, or NFT with different features and collateral inside. So I'm driving to your connections with Envelop, with our guys from Envelop. So what are your thoughts on the concept of smart NFT? Do you find it useful for Web3 development, and why?
Definitely. I think this is just, it's really beautiful. I think that it's definitely a sort of evolutionary step for NFTs. You see, the whole crypto space is basically, well, it's quite often not understood correctly by people. We have to take into account, and also all the time, remember that this whole space is just experimental, space. All these, years, I mean, it's not actually that much, the crypto, was, okay, the Bitcoin was born in 2009, but, the first smart contract a bit later and so on. So forth. Basically just maybe a few years of kind of really extensive development. So everything we see at the moment is just an evolutionary step. And definitely NFTs 2.0 and what the Envelop is doing is just amazing. And just, the logical and very needed, I would say, evolution of NFTs. So, and I think, because like most of our kind of assets and well, digital lives would go, more, to blockchains, and would, use kind of blockchain technology in way more different other areas and implement them, in social media, gaming, in finance, etc., etc. We definitely need to keep on developing, and making all these features which make, crypto nice, in this case, NFTs. Definitely more user-friendly, definitely more usable, definitely more secure, etc., etc. So what Envelop is doing, I think it's really just it's beautiful, and I think they're definitely leading the way, and we're definitely happy, to collaborate with them. Because to be honest, like a couple of months ago, before I met with the team of Envelop, we actually with my team were thinking about doing something like that, something similar to what Envelop is doing. But then we found Envelop, and I was just, so excited. I said, okay, guys, we don't need to develop anything. Guys have already, done everything pretty cool. So why don't we just integrate their technology in our projects and, work done. So yeah, so we're pretty happy to be part of their network and to use them in our ecosystems. Yeah.
What exact solution have you chosen from Envelop? Because Envelop is a sort of umbrella of different solutions, different apps. What exact solution have you chosen, and how exactly Envelop solution will help your project to be developed more greatly?
Okay, so the thing is that we're definitely going to use most likely all the products, but we have to go, step by step. We have our own roadmap. So for this year, we have decided to use three main technologies offered by Envelop. That's the Launchpad, that's the soulbound NFTs, and that's the NFTs with vesting. Because both for both projects, for Noders and for GosuAlliance, we definitely want, to be part to offer, to our customers the opportunity, to launch their tokens to our audiences. So this idea, of when you can, you can put all the tokens within one NFT, and then you can have it on your wallet. And if, let's say, you have vesting of 1 year, but you need your money, let's say, earlier, like, in 5 months, and you can sell, the whole allocation, the remaining allocation with NFT. This is so beautiful. This is so elegant. I know so many people who found themselves, in difficult situation during the bear market, and they wanted, to sell the allocations to Coalist or some other, token sale platforms, and they just couldn't. So it's so simple, and it's so elegant, it's so beautiful. So that's definitely the first part. And soulbound NFTs. I think it's like also like really pretty cool, because we're gonna usually we're actually gonna use them for both projects. And when we can distinguish certain players or users with a soulbound NFT, which gonna have metrics of what this specific user and only him, so he can't really buy it. So this exactly what he has been doing on this platform, how he has interacted with that, and so on and so forth. And based on the reputation, he can get some extra products, promotions, and so on and so forth. Also, like just a nice, elegant, and beautiful solution. So that will be for this year. And next year, when we kind of start developing other products, then we definitely going to integrate some more products from Envelop.
Well, I wish you a success partnership in developing, and this means that soon we will have you in our IMA with partners when we follow their success and tell the people about how the development is going on and how both sides are excited to collaborate together. Well, let's talk about future a bit. We know that our Web3 realm is changing very fast. So every quarter of the year, something changes very rapidly. So what is your current vision on the current major trends in Web3 for now, and what do you expect till the end of 2023? So give us your entrepreneurship vision for
you mean in terms of which products are going to be mostly used?
I mean in general, what's going on, what important is going on right now in Web3 besides of regulation and government's attack on crypto? We will not discuss that. Everybody understands what's going on, but entrepreneurship trends. So as an entrepreneur, what trends do you see which are worth to pay attention? Because perhaps for starting entrepreneurs, for beginners, or maybe for those who seek where to make pivots to change their business strategy in Web3, or to join or even not to join Web3. So entrepreneurship vision on the current trends of Web3.
Okay, that's a good question, difficult question to be honest, for two reasons. First of all, like, I mean, in crypto, innovations happen really fast. And as you know, usually 3 months in crypto is like, 5 years in usual life. So I can tell you, something now, but in 3 months, the whole situation might change dramatically. That's first. And second, we all are waiting, for more clear regulations from different countries. And then definitely will shape, the products, that will be more developed. Some products might, just vanish and so on and so forth. I definitely want to mention that most of the zero knowledge technologies are definitely on hype, and unless they're going to be somehow banned, which I don't really think is going to happen, I think that integration, of this technology, or maybe kind of investing in this type of technologies is definitely a good idea. Well, as obviously since I have the crypto gaming guild and ecosystem, I definitely believe in crypto gaming, but I don't think it's going to happen like by the end of this year. But well, if there is somebody, an investor looking for advice, then investing now in games, I think is a really good idea. Because but you have to take into account that you will have to wait a couple of years till this game, or maybe some gaming tools, etc., will just skyrocket. I think DAOs, but I'm not sure really if the market is ready for DAOs. I think that most likely DAOs are gonna skyrocket and just become way more popular when the next big bull market comes, hopefully in a year, hopefully. So what else? Well, layer 2s definitely kind of on hype in a way, and definitely I think that the hype is definitely going to keep on growing. I think that on all the different L2s, way more more new products are going to be launched. So looking into that area is definitely a good idea. What else? I would say well, that will be for the most part, I would say.
Well,
and again, like the usual you see on the bear market, it's really good to accumulate tokens. So accumulating now, tokens of really promising products is really product projects is a really good idea. So yeah, I guess that would be my most important suggestions.
Well, what is the best way to follow you on the internet, maybe Twitter or in different social media, and to get in touch with you if somebody wants?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really spend time, on social media, just because I kind of prefer, to focus on studying and obviously, working as much as possible. I have 2 projects, so believe me, like I have pretty busy schedule. But I can definitely share my Twitter, which I don't really post it much, but maybe might be interested, to someone, and definitely can give my Telegram. So if there is somebody who needs some sort of advice or wants to explore some corporations, they can definitely contact me.
Well, so we'll put your contacts in the description of this video. So
yep.
This has been short, very expressive, and very informative. So Ioannidis, founder of NodersTeam and GosuAlliance system, has been in our podcast. So please like, share, subscribe, stay on smart NFT realm. So everything is going absolutely well, and learn smart NFT concept in our smart NFT podcast, brought to you by Envelop. My name is Crypto MC. Thanks for watching and listening, and bye-bye till next time.
Thank you.
Blockchain, BLOCK chain. digital money, smart contracts, NFT, IDO, decentralization, transparency, so many opportunities, but so many challenges. Some financial manipulators, by their actions, confuse blockchain solutions and block their development. The idea that the blockchain should bring copyright and royalties protection to the next level is quite old, but the realizations of these ideas are not perfect at all. There is another problem of determining the value of a particular cryptocurrency or NFT. These and other problems need to be solved. Fortunately, the blockchain infrastructure is evolving. My name is E, Mr. E, and I represent the Envelop project. Many things have already been invented in the blockchain today. Tokens, smart contracts, platforms for creating your own coins, NFTs, exchanges for buying, selling, and exchanging all these blockchain resources. Envelop is another step in the development of crypto technologies. The protocol that works with NFT and cryptocurrencies. The idea is simple but disruptive. Let's assume you have an NFT, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Using the Envelop protocol, you can wrap the original NFT accompanied with several tokens. Technically, you get a similar NFT, but what is the breakthrough here? Once wrapped, the token has a number of additional features that were not available before. The minimal cost appears. It is provided with coins wrapped together with NFT. An asset wrapped with Envelop has a number of properties that allow the original author to receive royalties from the resale of that asset. Various rules can be applied to the wrapped token. For example, a lock period for unwrapping. It secures the asset till the determined moment or safeguards it from speculation during the hype period. At the same time, wrapped tokens can be transferred and traded. These are just some of the scenarios for using Envelop. NFTs become more popular, and the tools provided by Envelop expand the opportunities of NFTs utilization. Wide application possibilities are achieved due to the fact that, in addition to the protocol, the project includes a number of subsystems. The protocol provides functions wrapping and unwrapping. Oracle mechanics provides asset valuation using analytical algorithms. Index provides a summary assessment of several NFT assets with the common criteria. The project has its own token, which connects all elements of the system. Altogether, this is Envelop, a tool in the blockchain world for building modern and secure systems in various fields. Find more info about the project on the website. Envelop. Make your NFT valuable. Just practical, no hype.